Do you know what I can imagine? I can imagine so many people at home shouting the answer at the screen, and I hear you. I hear you. I know you know what it is, right? And I'm sorry, but... Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Everything Aish. So today we're taking it back to school. So I'm going to be redoing my GCSE chemistry paper. Basically, I'm trying to see if I can get a similar grade as to what I got back when I did my GCSEs. Now, disclaimer, I did my GCSEs in 2013. It's now 2020. I got an A star at chemistry GCSE. Quite easily, I won't lie to you. And all like my degree and everything is pretty much science based. So hopefully I do a decent job. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And you know what, yeah, let's get straight into this. So the paper is going to be here, and you know what, let's just go. Question 1. The diagram represents an atom of an element. Use the numbers in a box. You may use each number once, more than once, or not at all. Okay. Atomic number of the atom. Is atomic number the one on the outer shell? So isn't it 1? Do you know what? I'm gonna say 1. I'm actually gonna say 1. Number of shells shown. 2 circles, 2 shells, so 2. Mass number of the atom. Mass number. Let's say 7, because 7 in the middle. Number of protons in an isotope of this element. Isotope is always same number of protons. So let's go 3. Group where the element is found in the periodic table. 1 electron on the outside, so let's just say 1. It is what it is. Okay. Substances can be classified as elements, compounds, or mixtures. Which of these is the formula for a molecule of an element? Formula for a molecule. So H is the element, but the molecule is H2, so it's going to be B. Which of these is a mixture? Okay, sodium and chlorine are elements. Sodium chloride is sodium chloride solution. I won't lie to you. To me, solution screams mixture. Like, yeah. I'm gonna go with D. Which method can be used to separate the dyes in food colouring? I'm gonna go chromatography. Okay, cool. A student leaves a large crystal. Describe how the student should do the test. Include So they're asking for a test of chloride ions. Next, because no, I don't know. Asking too many things. Name the process by which chloride ions move from the crystal to the top of the liquids. I'm gonna say they dissolved because, yeah, do you know what? It's the only thing that makes sense, mate. Alright, the passage describes what would happen, so basically fill out the words for the box. Alright. The mixture of liquids is placed in the flask. Yeah, I'm gonna say flask. During heating, part of the mixture boils and passes up the column. Water is used to cool the vapor in the condenser. Guys, I told you, my chemistry knowledge is just beautiful. Which of these changes of state occurs in separation? Separation? If I'm gonna separate something, like, okay, solid, liquid to solid, gas to liquid, aqueous to what? Which of these changes of state occurs in separation? I'm gonna say D. Don't ask me why. Iron with thin coat. Iron with thin coat with a piece missing. Name the process used to coat iron with zinc. See, this one I know is galvanizing. 3 pieces left. The brown solid contains hydrated iron 3 oxide. What's the common name for this brown solid? Rust. Identify two Identify the two substances that react with iron to form the brown solid. So it says the brown solid is hydrated or contains hydrated iron oxide. So to me, hydrated screams water. So I think one of them is going to be water. And oxide, the other one's going to be oxygen. So my issue with this is like they've given me elements and things with charges and I don't know how to use them, so I'm just gonna skip 3 marks. Perfect. The table shows the formulae of some positive and negative ions. It shows the formulae of some compounds containing these ions. Okay, so it's like this plus this is that and that plus that. Okay, cool. So Cu 2 plus and Cl minus. I know that whenever you're putting ions together, the charges you have to like swap them. So if it's Cu2 plus and Cl minus, we're gonna get CuCl2. NH plus and SO42 minus is gonna be NH4 in brackets with a 2 outside on the right, and then SO4. Yeah. And then Fe3 plus and CO32 minus is going to be Fe2 bracket CO3 with a 3 on the outside. Okay. The correct name of the compound with the formula CuSO4 is... So I've got copper with 1s and 2s and sulfite and sulfate. Personally, I don't think I've heard of sulfite, so that's a no from me. So I'm gonna cross out B and D because if I've not heard of you, I don't think you exist. Copper sulfate, so it's your copper 1, copper 2. But the thing is, copper is 2 plus and SO4 is 2 minus. So would it not be, instead of doing Cu2 SO4 2, did the charges just cancel themselves out to make copper 1? Or is it always copper 2?
One eternity later.
Which of these descriptions is correct for NH? Okay. I've never seen a solid that's colourless, so I don't think it's going to be A or B. And I've never seen an aqueous solution that's white. Unless like milk or something. So I'm going to say C. It's going to be C. Tests are carried out on 2 separate samples of iron 2 sulfate solution. Which observation is correct? It's always brown precipitate, so I'm gonna go A. That's always the answer. Name the 2 products formed in test 1. So test 1 is adding sodium hydroxide to iron sulfate. So I'm gonna swap the products. I'm gonna go iron hydroxide and sodium sulfate. In test 2, there's no visible change after adding dilute hydrochloric acid. State why the acid is added. But if there's no change, why would you bother adding acid in the first place? If you're adding acid, surely you're adding it because you want to see something, ideally. Some people in chemistry, they do things for decoration. Do you know what? I don't know. In test 2, barium sulfate is formed after adding barium. State the observation that's made. I don't know at all, mate. Do you know what? Yeah. Polyethylene is a common polymer. It's obtained from crude oil by fractional distillation. Cracking and polymerization. The passage is about the fractional distillation of crude oil. Okay. Use the words from each box. Okay, so the crude oil is heated so that something occurs. So if I heat crude oil, I'm not going to be boiling point or molten point. It's either sublimation or condensation. Sure, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to come back. Okay, cool. The column has a something gradient. Okay, this one is temperature. The compounds in the crude oil pass up the column and something occurs at different heights. The compounds of crude oil pass up the column and something occurs at different heights. Vaporization? Do you know what? We're going to go with vaporization. Yeah. Defo vaporization. Depending on the something of each fraction. So it's either boiling point or melting point. I don't think you can melt oil. So I'm going to go for boiling point for the last one. So the first one, the crude oil is heated so that, so it's either sublimation or condensation. I don't even know what sublimation is. Do you know what? I'm going to say sublimation anyway, even though I don't know what it is. But I just can't imagine it being condensation. Do you know what I mean? A student uses the reaction between iron and oxygen in an experiment to find the percentage by volume of oxygen in the air. Okay. Okay, you see when kids do experiments like this, yeah? So a kid is trying to find the percentage by volume of oxygen in the air. Could you not just Google it? Anyway. State the advantage of using iron powder than pieces of iron. Oh, it dissolves easier. Obviously. Why is it necessary for the student to mix the iron powder with water? So stuff happens. Like, okay, if I'm gonna make a cake, yeah, I'm not gonna throw everything in a bowl, throw it in the oven, and hope that the oven does its magic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta mix it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that, you know, the reaction takes place. During another experiment, the student writes down these values. The student incorrectly calculates the percentage. Dum-dum. Identify the mistake in his working. So he did 70 times 100 divided by 90. Why should you divide by 90? If it's volume of oxygen in the air, surely you're just gonna use the 250. So you're supposed to divide it by 250. Alright. Use the values from the table to correctly calculate the volume bubbles. So all I gotta do is what he did wrong. So 70 times 100 divided by 250. 28. And if that's wrong, I kindly ask you to mind your business. Alright, cool. Do you know what? I'm gonna end the video here because, yeah, the fact that I can't do this paper is low-key getting on my nerves. I don't feel like I've embarrassed myself enough on this YouTube space anyway. But thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'm gonna be tackling like a lot more like subjects as well to do with this whole back to school segment. I've also got a couple ideas that are gonna be in this segment, so I'm really excited to, you know, show you guys what I can do with this. But thank you so much for tuning in today's video, and I will see you guys next time on my channel. Bye.